Hey, Thabreakmasta here, and it's me, my Binbougami episode 12 review. This episode right here is probably the best episode of Binbougami so far anyways. I really enjoyed this episode. It was excellent. It was excellent. It's an excellent episode. Just the comedy was on point. The comedy was on point in this episode. I was tearing up on just because of laughing. It was just that funny. My side is still hurting because it's so funny. And then how the story was progressing in this show, and how it just progressing to this point right now. It's just how it did it. It was good. It was so good. I really enjoyed this episode. So this was a great episode. So basically, how this episode started off with, from last episode, anyways. You know, we know that Momiji got clean, and so she's all like different all of a sudden. And Sakura Ichiko's like, what's going on here? What's wrong with her? What's she all different all of a sudden? And we see this. She's like very goody two shoes, a really nice girl, just good at everything, and just really wants to be friends with Sakura Ichiko. And she's like, I don't understand what's happening. Ronaldo only mine. She's like, okay, she's kind of cool. She's kind of different all of a sudden and stuff. So she just was completely different, just trying to help everyone out and stuff. And just it was very interesting. It was very, very interesting. So as that was all going on, she ends up explaining basically to Sakura Ichiko that if she gets clean, her personality completely changes, and she loses all her god of misfortune powers. And so really, she's just a normal girl. She's a normal, ordinary girl. Teddy is an ordinary bear, but can walk around. So I mean, he's not so ordinary, but nonetheless, he's an ordinary bear. It's just a really nice bear. And so everyone's all saying she's so cute and stuff like that. And she's just like, this doesn't make sense. I don't understand what's happening here. And then basically the students, the guys in the classroom, like, you know what? I might want to follow, Momiji now maybe. And some of the guys like, hey, no, you don't. You want to follow her. You need to follow Sakura Ichiko. And so they start bickering, complaining and stuff. And she's like, hey, you gotta stop fighting and stuff. And so she's like, hey, teacher, let's just keep on teaching and stuff. We need your guidance. And so the teacher's like, oh my god, I can't believe you guys are the first one you're the only one that actually cares. It's the first time ever. And so he ends up running out of the room and stuff. So he's not even teaching now. He was overwhelmed with emotions that he just got out of there. It was just hilarious. It was hilarious. And so as that was all going down and stuff like that, Sakura Ichiko's wondering what's happening, and so this is where things just get real funny. Death Note is the theme here in this episode right here with the parody of it. This parody was genius. I really hope that someone put this on YouTube, because I really enjoyed that scene right there. It was too funny. It was too funny. Basically, if you know L and Light and stuff like that, they try to be friends and stuff like that, but then Light's plotting something to kill him and stuff like that. You know how the whole story goes. So basically, that's what kind of was transpiring in this episode and stuff. She's like, because she's trying to take her fortune, and she's like, she's trying to get close to me so she can take my fortune away. That's what's going on. And so yeah, like certain scenes actually from the show just interpreted in within this episode right here. It was good. The way they did it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Freaking Thabreakmasta, apparently he was Rim, and Rim was like dropping down. It was hilarious. It was just too much. It was too much. I enjoyed that part. I was like, oh my god. So that was the really funny part of the episode right there. And so Momichi's cooking and stuff. She's trying to cook for everybody and stuff like that, and she doesn't trust her. Sakura doesn't trust her, so she ends up calling Bobby and Momo. Momo comes in there, and Momo doesn't like how Momiji is right now, because he's like, why does she look like this? Why is she acting like this? I want her to be mean, beat me up, hit me, and stuff like that. So that's what he wants. And freaking Bobby's like, okay, I don't really see the problem here, but all right then. And so then basically what Sakura wants Bobby to do is do some perverted stuff to her, so she can react, get mad, and so on and so forth, and make her change back off of that. And so Bobby doesn't really do anything perverted, because the thing is, she has no boobs to touch, so he can't do the little grope thingy, because he was trying to do the perverted grope like he did to Sakura Ichiko. But Momiji doesn't got no boobs, and so he's like, peekaboo and stuff like. It was just stupid. It's like she's like, what are we doing that for? And so they're trying to figure out how a way to like change her back, but there's nothing you can really do. And so she's trying to make food for Sakura Ichiko. Sakura Ichiko didn't want the food. Sakura got mad, knocked the food out of her hand, put it on Momiji and stuff. Momiji started crying and ran off. And so Ronaldo got mad. Ronaldo's like, hey, go after her. What's wrong with you? And stuff. I'm like, oh crap. And she's like, whoa, because she didn't expect it to happen. So she's like, I gotta say sorry and stuff. And so they make up. And the thing is, Momiji was basically telling her that you should give your fortune away in a good way, basically. I don't have to take it from you or anything like that. There is another way. You can just give your fortune to other people and just help them out and stuff. That's what you can do. You don't have to try to be stingy with it, and the more friends you get, the better your life will be, and you be all happy and stuff like that. I just want you to be happy. That's what she's saying. She's like, I want you to be happy, and I'm like, it's like a totally different turnaround. She doesn't understand what's going on, and she hasn't attacked her since. She's like ever since then, after she changed this form, she hasn't been attacked by her, and so her day was just normal days now with some friends. So she's just like, it's back to normal. And I just, for some reason, just doesn't feel right though. And so she just doesn't understand what's gonna happen, what's she gonna do after all this, because she's like, Momiji's just a normal girl now. And so then basically Teddy turns back to normal. Teddy ends up getting hit by a soccer ball, ends up freaking going into a trash can, and now he's just dirty. He is dirty. He's just all mean, comes out of the trash can, he's like, I'm here and stuff. And so as that happens right there, he ends up wanting to plot to get Momiji back, and Momo is in on this plot because he ends up telling Momo wants her back because he doesn't like Momiji like that. And so he's like, okay, let's do this and stuff. So they end up holding off Sakura, and they ended up trying to get Momiji. They end up grabbing her, and they're gonna throw her in some trash because apparently Teddy has some trash in his chest, and so he plastered out all on the ground. And she's like, "Hey, it's my house. What are you doing?" And so how this episode ends basically is that Momiji wanted to say sorry to Sakura Ichiko. To say goodbye. To say goodbye because this is the last time she'll see the clean Momiji be like this, because she has she has two different personalities. It seems if she's dirty, she's a mean, regular tomboyish kind of girl. Where she's clean, she's just a nice, outgoing girl that wants to be friends with Sakura Ichiko. And so she's like, I know our time's been short, but I enjoyed the time, and I really hope you understand. I really wanted to be your friend, but until this time, I guess we probably won't see me like this ever again. So I just want to say goodbye, Sakura Ichiko. And so Sakura's like, what the heck? I don't know. She's like, she started feeling like, oh crap, like maybe I don't want her to go now. And so that's how the episode ends off. And so the next episode looks. It seems like freaking Momo is gonna be all flying in the air and fighting or something. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I think Momo is gonna be fighting against Sakura Ichiko because it seems like she ends up saving Momiji from not being dirty, so she stays clean, and so she stays like that for a little bit longer. And I think she's gonna try to protect her. That's what it seems like. So I'm curious how this last episode is gonna be, because next week's episode is going to be the last episode of Binbougami. And so I'm curious at how this is actually gonna end. And what's gonna happen if she's gonna be coming back normal, or is Sakura Ichiko gonna understand to maybe share some of her fortune to other people that need it, So hopefully she understands that, and what's happened to Bobby and the rest of the characters. I'm really curious how the show is gonna end. And I will say I'm going to be sad when the show ends, because to me this is a great example of how a good comedy series could be. A good comedy series that has a good story. This is a perfect example of that, and it does a great job holding its comedy while maintaining the story at the same time. So I do thoroughly enjoy this show, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this is gonna end. This has been a good ride for us, people that have been loving Binbougami. So yeah, like I said, it's the best scenes you already know is the Death Note scene. I love Death Note, and they had to parody it. It was perfect. So yeah, leave a comment below and tell me what you think of the episode here today. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Binbougami reviews, because next week will be the last freaking episode. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmasta, and until then, break out.